In this section, we're going to take our first look at comparing the means of certain groups. Now we're going to start by comparing the means of two groups. That will be the most common thing to do, but we'll move on to comparing the means of more than two groups. And then eventually we'll take a look at the correlation between two sets of values. Now these tests that we're going to discuss are all parametric tests, and the word parametric has the word parameter in there, which must make you think of a population, and data points for a certain parameter in the population do follow a certain distribution, and that's going to be very important for us. Now these parametric tests comparing the means of two or more groups, they're really the most common types of tests that are used. Sometimes they are used too often. Sometimes it's inappropriate to use parametric tests, and later on we'll discuss what is called non-parametric tests and exactly when to use which type of test. Now because we're dealing with a distribution from a population, we are going to have to make assumptions when we do want to use parametric tests. And that assumption is really going to be based on a known population distribution. Now we said there are many types of distributions. Most commonly we're going to care about the normal distribution. And we have to know that the data points for a certain variable in the population has a normal distribution before we can use parametric tests. So the ones that we are going to discuss, the very famous t-test, of which the most famous would be student's t-test. We're also going to look at ANOVA, analysis of variance. That is where we're going to compare the means of more than two groups, three or more. And then lastly, we're going to look at linear regression. That is where we're going to look for the correlation between two sets of data points.